Hi, I'm Jennifer and I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be doing a major decluttering in my kitchen. This has needed to be done for quite some time and today is the day. I'm going to get busy and go through every cabinet and drawer and my pantry and start getting this stuff cleared out once and for all. Before we get started on our decluttering, be sure to like and subscribe. To get started on my decluttering, I'm going to start with the zone of my home that I find to be the easiest. I think the kitchen is the easiest part of my home to go through and take out things I no longer need. When doing a whole house declutter, I just start going through every closet, every cabinet, one by one. I'm starting off in the kitchen because this area of my home is an area I don't have trouble getting rid of things that I'm not using. This cabinet is well organized and I use all of these things, except I really don't need all of these disposable containers that lunch meat comes in. It's nice to have one or two on hand in case I want to send something home with someone when they come to visit. However, I don't need a giant stack. I'll easily be able to recycle these and only just keep one just in case. This already frees up so much extra room in this cabinet. In this cabinet, I know I have so many things that aren't being used. I went ahead and replaced some of these items, but I didn't take out and dispose of or donate the ones that aren't being used. I have some odd little things here. This is a little pancake turning spatula. It's a little bit melty on the end. This whisk is so big and cumbersome. It's really large and heavy and plastic, and it's really too big to use for most things that I ever use. So I'll be just putting a pile up here of things to donate and setting aside things I'm going to be keeping. I'll just keep picking through and taking out little by little, narrowing down until I find things that I'm really gonna want to keep and use. I know this whisk is too big and too soft. It's too flexible and doesn't work very well. So I'll take this and put this in the pile as well. I'll just keep adding to it. In no time at all, I was able to pull out 10 things from one drawer that I wasn't using and wasn't planning to use again. I'll get these set aside to donate. In the drawer below that one, I have all sorts of things, cookie cutters, all sorts of cake decorations and cookie sprinkles, everything in here. Candles, some more cookie cutters. These are bundt cake pans, all sorts of things. I'm gonna go through this and take out what I really don't need and don't plan to use again. I'll start with these cookie cutters. I have so many heart cookie cutters. I don't need this many. I'm just gonna go through and pick out the most useful ones that I really like and that I think are a really nice size for the things I would be baking. Most likely, just some sugar cookies. I think I'll keep the 2 of these. Our pile is getting bigger by the minute. I also had 2 bundt cake pans. I never make a bundt cake that is really large and uses a whole cake mix or a whole entire recipe. So I think I'll let that one go and keep the smaller one. I really enjoy using this one, and besides, this smaller cake fits on my small cake plate. I also have 2 springform pans. I just realized I had one in this drawer, and it's a really nice heavy duty one, and it's a really great size. I use it occasionally, but I also have another one in a cabinet. I'll decide between the 2 and let one of these go as well. Our drawer is really clean now. I can easily find any of the cookie cutters I'm looking for and I don't have to dig through. I'll be using up some of these sprinkles in the next few months on some birthday plans for family and friends or in the upcoming holiday season. In the next cabinet, I happen to have some food items. So what I'm going to do to use up some of these food items that I've had for a little while, I'm going to set some of these down on my kitchen counter. This is in a container, and this one is as well. I'll just set these things out, and that way I can see them, and I'll be able to use up these extra food items because they're very handy. I have some things here that I've had for a little while. I want to use these up, so I'll incorporate them in my upcoming meal plan over the next few weeks. This is a great time to go through and check expiration dates as well. If you have anything that's close to expiring or that you don't think you're going to need to keep for down the road, just go ahead and use it and enjoy it and make these items. Using up excess food items around the house, it makes it easier to see what you need and want to buy at the grocery store. While getting my measuring cup out of the cabinet, I realized I have 2 other measuring cups in the cabinet as well. This really isn't for baking. It's just a measuring cup that came with some syrup years ago. It was attached to the package and it was meant to be used for pouring syrup in and heating it in the microwave. And I have this little old measuring cup. This is the first thing I bought when I had my first apartment. Look how dented and dinged up it is. It's not even straight. It's really hard to measure with this little cup. So as much as I really have liked having these over the years, I almost have a sentimental attachment to these, but they don't do me any good. I don't use them. All I do is take them, move them out of the way so that I can use this easy to use measuring cup. So it really doesn't do me any good to have these stored inside of this in the cabinet when every time I use the glass one, I have to take these away and set them aside. They're just in the way and I'm not going to miss them. I'm just moving right along, adding one thing after another to the donation pile. I'm going along checking one drawer after another. I just purchased a brand new can opener that works so nice and so easily. I'm going to donate this other one that I've had for a very long time. I have a big drawer under my oven. I'm going to open this drawer and go through it and see what I can take out of here as well. I can already see that I have some little pans here. This is a silicone pan that I don't really use. I used it once. Here's a little cupcake pan. I won't be needing this. Oh, I see I have some donut pans here. I can take these out. Now I have 4 more things to add to the donation pile. Just removing those 4 items from this drawer frees up so much space, and it'll be much easier to find the things I want to get when I want to take them out of this drawer. I decided to take out these silicone baking trays as well. I have some other ones that I enjoy better, so I'll donate these. I went ahead and added this silicone pan as well to my donation pile. I have these 8 dinner plates that I really like and I use when I have company. So I won't be needing these dinner plates. They're very heavy and it's hard to find a place to put these in my kitchen. If I have more than 8 people over, I'll more than likely just use paper or styrofoam plates. I have this kitchen food scale that I just never use, so it's time to let this go as well. I don't want to forget the cabinet with my pots and pans. I have a griddle and a couple of pans that have definitely seen better days. It's time for these to go. I have had this griddle and used it for 32 years. I have these kitchen tongs that I just don't use. I think these are for ice cubes. I'm not sure. And I have these tongs. I just don't use them. I'll donate these as well. I have 2 different pie dishes that I use when I make pies. This one doesn't have a rim or anything along the top, so it's really challenging to put a pie in this one. But this one has a really nice rim around the top, and it goes with any type of dish. It doesn't have to coordinate with a certain color, so I'm going to keep this one and let this one go. I just went through all of my cups and I found 3 more cups to take out of my cabinet. I also found a mixing bowl, this container with a pour spout, and a cookie jar. I just got a new butter dish. I'm so happy with it. It's just like my old one, but it's nice and white on the bottom. It looks so clean and fresh. My old one, well, it's not very attractive. It looks a little dingy, so I'll get it washed up and get this donated as well. When decluttering your kitchen, don't forget to clear out your refrigerator as well. I am even going to go through my freezer and see if there's anything I can take out of my freezer. I took out this large package of chicken wings. This will make a lot of room in my freezer. And I know my husband will be very excited when I fix these for dinner. After you go through everything and decide what you're going to get rid of, make sure you wrap it up properly so it doesn't get broken. And then label the box. I had one last drawer to go through and look at all of these extra things I found to donate. I successfully completed my kitchen declutter. I went through and found even more things. I have a big bag of plastic items. I have pans and plates, cups, mixing bowls, all sorts of utensils, and they're all ready to take to the donation center. I am so happy you're here today. I have everything boxed up. I'm going to load it in the cart and get it dropped off at the donation center. I'm so happy to have all of this out of my kitchen, and I have extra space now, so it'll be easier to find everything I'm looking for when I'm doing my cooking and baking. Thanks so much for being here. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.